So I thought I'd share with you guys all out there this morning a meditation technique that I've been playing with. It was inspired by something that I've been shown a long time ago, which was basically this idea like um, you lay out on the floor, kind of like the Da Vinci Vitruvian guy, right? And put your limbs out, like a star. What you do is you breathe in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. And as you breathe out through the mouth, you can try it with one hand at first, and then both hands, and then one foot, and then both feet, and then the third eye, right? So there's 5 points that you want to feel your breath going through as you exhale, right? But I suggest start off with one and then go for two and kind of build from there, right? So you'll be spread out like that with your limbs. And when you exhale, you'll feel like a tingly sensation or a warm sensation. Everybody describes it differently, but on your palms and on your feet. And the last will be, and the kind of more difficult one is the third eye, but you can feel it there too. Everything kind of expands and contracts with the breath, and the more slowly and subtly you breathe in and out, the more you can feel that, right? So that's what I was kind of doing this morning. It was a lot of fun. I was practicing doing one hand and then doing both hands, and then doing one foot and both feet, doing both hands at once, doing both feet at once. I had it separated at one point where I was doing like the right hand and right foot, and then the left hand and the left foot. Excuse me. And then I would do things like do the right hand and left foot, the left hand and right foot at the same time, and then all four, and then add in the third eye. Go from there, right? So, but I've expanded on this a little bit with something that just came through over this last month with all these crazy incoming energies we've been dealing with. Let's see if you can see this. So check it out. So, what had started happening when I was working with this the last couple of times is when I would breathe in, I started to feel like a spiral sensation, right? And what I was doing was I would go, it didn't really matter which limb I started on, but, and you could even go for a few rotations if you breathe in slow and breathe out slow, like. So when I would breathe in, I was going from left to right over this way, and just keep it going for the whole in-breath, and then breathe out, you go the other way. One thing that this kind of looks like is the Tor maze. It also is yin-yang, it's toroidal energy, it's the unification of our higher and lower selves. So it's a really good meditation for integrating some of what the upgrades we're receiving right now, right? So anyways, let me see where I took this. I took this a little bit further than that. So first I was doing the spirals, the back and forth spirals in and out, which, like I said in my other video, we are a toroidal field, and so that means pulling in on one side and pushing out on the other side, yin and yang, at the same time. So get in touch with both, kind of mingle them, get them balanced, right? I kind of took this further because excuse my scribbling, not the greatest drawer in the world, but the breathing in, I saw it as a downward spiral going in, and breathing out is the spiral going up, or the pyramid going up, right? Okay, so then I took this a step further. After I settled into that and, pulled the spiral backwards and forwards, right? Then I started breathing in with like a whole body breath at once, It kind of feels like your body fills up like a dome, right? And then as I would breathe out, I was pulling my attention into my heart space, into the middle of my body, and so the breath is drawn into the center and pushed up, basically in the very middle of your body, the heart chakra, and creates a vertical, vertical motion, right? So the in-breath kind of felt like a horizontal motion, you're expanding this way. And then when you breathe out through the heart space, you're going up just like a tent, okay? So it's like taking the material of the energy and making a tent with it, basically. Or like almost like the top of a pyramid. See, this view for me was if you were laying down, it's basically the same as this, but turned that way, right? This is what you would kind of see from a side view if you could see the energy, which it's good to visualize it as you do it, you know. So with this one, what I was thinking is breathing in through all 5 points at once, and then breathing out through that middle, that center channel of the pole, right? There's layers to that, and I got one more little diagram to share with you. So then, after I spent some minutes breathing in and breathing out through the heart space while laying with the limbs extended like that, then you sit up. And I know these drawings are terrible. Sit like this guy, basically. Like, what I was doing is I would sit like this with my thumbs pressed into my third eye, right? Making the top half of a diamond. And when you breathe in and when you breathe out, I was visualizing a diamond being drawn. You know, the other half of it, you just visualize it being drawn. If you found it comfortable enough, you could sit like this and see that now you've got a whole diamond right in front of you. And you, whenever you breathe in and then you breathe out, you just feel the breath going along the shape of the diamond, right? This is all about integrating our higher selves. I hope that's workable for some of you out there. I really found it an enjoyable meditation and just wanted to share because I feel like there's a lot, you know, it'd help us integrate some of the stuff we're dealing with right now. All right, peace, folks.